And our topic of the day must surely be the Little India riots.
Yes, that's right. And in fact, the topic was so wide-ranging that there are a few more issues we want to highlight now. First, as mentioned earlier, Deputy Prime Minister Chee Hean noted that the riot did not spread to other parts of Singapore. There were no fatalities, and in fact, not a single shot was fired. This led to a question from MP Christopher D'Souza. He asked, what if the riots had evolved into a graver situation? Would the Police and Special Operations Command Unit have been enough? Here's Mr. Teo's response.
A number of the things that we put in place that night included bringing on the alert the Govt contingent, because the Govt contingent does have some forces who are able to deal with public disorder situations as well. But in the event, although we put them on alert, we did not need to, they remained in their camp and they were not required because the SOC forces were adequate to deal with the situation at hand.
Looking back at lessons learned from the riots, many MPs were, of course, concerned about how to prevent such incidents in future.
And a main point brought up was the treatment of the foreign worker population.
Yes, that's right. Acting Manpower Minister 20Jan2014, he said that foreign workers are generally happy working here. But that didn't stop several MPs from raising their concerns, including this one on the image of Singapore abroad.
May I ask, what will the ministry be doing to engage these international foreign media, perhaps together with NGOs, so that they have a clearer understanding of how we treat our foreign workers in Singapore, and hopefully to put the fact out there that Singapore remains a civil and gracious society even towards the foreign workers in Singapore?
And earlier we saw Workers' Party MP Pritam Singh saying he had spoken to people who were unhappy about the alcohol ban in Little India.
Yes, that's right. But by the end of the debate, he seemed to have a different point to make.
The point I want to make is...
Mr. Singh, you're reopening the whole debate.
That's it.
Last
point. Whatever rule that the government applies with regard to Little India in future and no alcohol zones, as long as they are applied across the board, I think I'll be satisfied with that. Thank you.
DPM Teo.
Madam Speaker, I think it's quite unfortunate that Mr. Pritam Singh is taking liberties with this very serious matter to make points in a very loose manner that he has done. First of all, I pointed out that when the matter was raised to him by members of the public, as a responsible member of Parliament, he could have given them a very sensible reply instead of echoing those sentiments here in Parliament. And secondly, now, he has stood up to support Ms. Denise Phua, when in fact, he had stood up earlier to argue for the restoration of alcohol consumption and sale in Little India to where they were before. So I really am very puzzled by the position that he's taking and quite disappointed, madam.